Welcome to WigganRC, and today we've got a mission. We're going to paint the Warbird pilot helmet, as you can see, all the accessories, and then we're going to redo the cockpit in the Viperjet. So as you can see, my hands are not as steady as they used to be, but I'm painting all of the little bits of detail to get a little bit of the crosses in, and then the visor adjuster, and then we're going to mix up and colour match some of the grey paint that is on the Viperjet. And now we're going to paint the visor. I'm going to try and leave a little bit of the white detail around the visor, and as you can see, it's coming together nicely. So onto the helmet, and I'm just painting a lighter shade of grey and trying to keep a little bit of a white edge around it. So there we go, almost finished. There's the helmet completed, ready to start assembly after it dries. So time to start assembling the mask, and there's two tabs either side that the mask holes into. The Warbird pilots are quite good, pretty good quality, and it was 359 Australian dollars for this 1/3 scale pilot. So now to CA in the oxygen hose into the mask, and then we finished. There we go. Make sure the position's nice and straight, and the pilot's done. So now next on to the rest of the cockpit. So here I'm extending with a little bit of light balsa the controls so that they sit neatly between the pilot's legs, and then I'll paint that black so it blends in nicely. So all finished painting, and now to epoxy it into the cockpit in front of the seat, as you can see here, and I've velcroed the hand to the controls so it doesn't move. So here's my other pilot for my PC21 XXL. That's got a bit of a red highlight, but the same kind of thing. So all finished with the pilots, time for the cockpit. So now onto the dash of the cockpit, and I'm just painting a balsa frame, and that will house and surround the ECU screen. And as you can see, I had some spare dials that I'm CAing onto the dash. Thanks to Shane for those dials that he had spare. So a little bit finicky, but I've got a couple of switches as well left over, and I'm just going to use some tweezers and drop a dab of CA on top and glue them on. So I'm just putting on the last of the switches, just a little yellow one there that I had, and it's really starting to look good and take shape. Now I'm just going to paint a few of them red tops and so forth, and I may do a little bit of white. That will just make everything stand out a little bit better, I think. Let me know in the comments what you think of the cockpit so far. I may change this and 3D print a new one, but for the time being, I think this is not too bad. So here I'm painting in white some of the writing. So I'm just basically painting in, and then I'm wiping off the residue of the white paint, and then it highlights as you can see the flap sign there. So everything's completed and the ECU's on, looks great. It's always good to have a bit of movement in the dashboard, and that looks really awesome. So time to put in the rest of the cockpit, and the pilot is there and he's looking great, and it's a bit of reflection, but you can get the gist. You can just about see the screen through the reflection of the plastic there, but it looks cool in the daylight, and at least you can see the turbine details when the plane is ready to take off. So thanks for joining WigganRC. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and please support the channel. Okay, see you next time.